Hello, welcome to Off the Hook Crochet with Julie. Today we're going to learn the granny square. Okay, so to start first we need to make a slip stitch. You can do that in whatever way you like, that's just how I do it. There's 100 different ways to do it. You choose your own, pop it on the hook, pull it tight and tighten the loop. So that's our slip stitch. Now we need to chain 5. So yarn over, pull through, 1 chain. Yarn over, pull through, 2 chains. Yarn over, pull through, 3 chains, 4 and 5. So we've got a length of 5 chains now. Now we need to turn that length into a circle. To do that, we take the loop on our hook and we take the hook down to the very first single crochet in that line, to the very first chain in that line, and pop our hook through like that. So now we've got 2 loops on the hook. And then we yarn over and we pull through both of them. So we're left with 1 stitch on the hook, and it's a little bit hard to see here, but as we move on you'll see it, and a hole in the middle like a donut. Okay, so that's what we need to start off. Our granny square is a little circle. So to begin, we chain 3. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and 3 times. Now we do a treble. I should just say at this stage, it will become clear what I mean later on, but that 3 chain we just did is like a pretend treble, and I'll show you how that works later. So then we do another treble, yarn over, and then you put your stitch in the middle of the donut. It's only a little hole, but if you'll be able to see it. So you put your hook through there, and then you yarn over and you pull through. And you've got 3 loops on the hook. You pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. That's another treble. Now we need 1 more, so yarn over through the middle of that hole like the donut. Yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Now if you have a look at that, it looks like we've got 3 trebles. But if you remember, the first one was our chain 3. And that's what I meant by pretend treble. It looks like one, but it's not actually. But we're going to pretend it is because that's what we want it to be. So now we've done 3 trebles. Now we need to do 3 chains. So yarn over, pull through, 1, 2, 3. 3 chains. Now we need to do 3 more trebles. So now it's yarn over, back through the middle of your donut there, yarn over, pull through. 3 stitches on the hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we need to do 2 more of them. 1, 2, and another one. Yarn over, pull through, 1, 2. Alright, so now you can see we've got 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles. Now we need 4 corners. So we're going to do another 3 chains. I should say this one here is a corner, the 3 chains. So another 3 chains, 1, 2, 3 for our second corner, and then 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3. And then once we've done those, we do 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. And now we do our last set of 3 trebles. 1, 2, 3, and then our last 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. So what you can see here is we've got, we've got 3 trebles, 3 chains, so a group of trebles and then a corner, another group of 3 trebles and a corner, another group of 3 trebles and a corner, and now we've got our 3 chains, which is a corner, and we need to join it to the top of the 3 chains of this pretend treble. So 1 chain, 2 chains, 3 chains, so that's the top there. And I like to go through both stitches of that, so you get a little V on your hook of the top, both loops of the top chain really. So then you just do a slip stitch to join it. So yarn over and pull through 2. So now you can see that it's a square. Okay, so that's how our granny square starts. Right, and that's as simple as it is really. So now we'll do row 2. So we start with a chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and that again is a pretend treble, but we don't need that until the end of the row this time. And then chain 1. And then we want to do this, we need to do a corner now. So we go into the corner, yarn over, into the corner, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. That's our first treble. We need to do 3. So that's our second one, and this is our third one. Okay, so there's our 3 treble, and that's our first half of the corner. Okay, so now we need to do 3 chains. So yarn over, pull through, 1 chain, 2, 3. And now we need to do 3 more trebles into that same hole. So it's yarn over and back into that same hole as our last 3 treble were in. So it's yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1 treble. And now we need 2 more. So 1, 2. And you can see that that's a corner. Alright. Okay, so now we do 1 chain, and now we're back to the next corner. So we do 3 trebles, 1, 2, gosh, couldn't catch that one, 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles into the same hole as the first 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, and that's our second corner. So if we have a look at that, we've got a corner here, and then we've got a space, a 1 chain space, and a corner here. So we're building our granny square. Okay, so now we chain 1, just like we did on the other side, and then we do 3 trebles into the big hole on the corner. So it's 1, you're probably getting the idea now of how it all works, 2, 3, and then 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and then 3 more trebles back into the very same hole as the first 3. So that's your first 1, 2, 3. So essentially a corner is 3 trebles followed by 3 chains followed by another 3 trebles, and then you chain 1 and we're back to our next corner. So it's our last corner, I should say. So it's 3 trebles, 1, 2, 3, oops, and then it's 3 chains, 1, 2, 3. Now this time we're only going to do 2 trebles because it's the end of the round. That was our last corner. So we'll do 2 trebles, 1, 2, and then we're back to our pretend treble. And then remember we did 4 chains at the beginning. The first 3 were our pretend treble and the 4th one was our chain 1. So count up 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and that concludes your pretend treble. So you slip that 3rd chain, both the loops, onto your hook like that. So it looks like you've got 3 loops on the hook. And then you yarn over and pull through both of them, which leaves you with a flat top. So now you can see that the square's forming. We've got our 4 corners and we've got our spaces in the middle, our holes in the middle as well. Here, here, here and here are the holes in the middle, and obviously these are the corners. So it's starting to look like a granny square now. Alright, so now we'll do round 3. And it's fairly similar, except we've got those spaces in the middle. So, chain 3 to start the 3rd row. You always start the row with a chain 3 or a chain 4, usually a chain 3. So that's our pretend treble. So that's 1, and we want 3 trebles in this hole. So that's 1, 2, 3. And that's how many trebles we have in the middle holes is 3, and that's all. And then it's chain 1, just like last row. And then we're back to a corner. So this is where we have 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles. So we'll just do that one. So 1, 2, just like last row, 3, and then 3 chains, and then 3 trebles back into the same hole as the previous 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that's our corner. So if you have a quick look, you can see we've got 3 trebles in the middle of that side, and then we've got our corner, which is 3 trebles, 3 chain, 3 trebles. Now we've got another middle bit coming up here, and we need to put 3 trebles in that. So that we're going to chain 1 and then 3 trebles. So chain 1 and then do 3 trebles into that middle hole there. So 1, 2, 3, and then chain 1, and now we're up to the next corner here. So we treble 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we chain 3, 2, 3, and then we do 3 trebles back into the same hole as the first 3 trebles. So 1, 2, 3. So continue doing that, and I'll meet you back here where we started. Okay? Okay, so we're back to the beginning, or we're at the end of our row. So we've just done the last 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles for our corner. Now we chain 1, and now we go into the 3rd chain of our pretend treble and join together with a slip stitch. So it can be a bit tricky, you just have to wiggle them on or use your fingernails or whatever. So then we yarn over and we pull through the lot. And I can tell this is going to be a tricky one. There we go. So now we'll just have a look at what we've got. And we've got 3 rows, whoops, in our granny square, which consists of a corner, a middle bit with just a corner, which is obviously 3 chain, 3 treble, 3 chain, then a chain 1, and then 3 treble, and then a chain 1, and then another corner. Now as this grows, the 3 treble clusters will increase. You'll have more of them, and obviously the distance then between your corners will be greater. So we'll do one more row, and then we'll have a look at where we're at. So row 4 is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we need to chain 1 more, chain 4, and that's for our chain 1 space, and then 3 treble into that next hole. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1 chain, and then this is a corner, so it's 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles. So there's a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, 1, 2, 3. So that's our first corner of our 4th row. Okay, now if you look at the next straight bit, we've got 2 1 chain spaces before our next corner. Last round we only had 1. So this is how it grows. The bigger it gets, the more 1 chain spaces you have. Okay, so we chain 1, and then we do 3 trebles into that first 1 chain space, and then we chain 1, and then we do 3 trebles into our second 1 chain space. So you can see how this is growing. 1, 2, 3, and then it's 1 chain, and then we're back at our corner. So it's 3 trebles, 3 chains, 3 trebles. So we'll finish this one. 3 chains and 3 more trebles, and that's another row or corner completed. And we'll just have it look at that complete line so we can see what we're aiming for. Okay, so this is our complete line in our round 4 here. So we've got our corner, and then we've done a 1 chain and then a 3 chain treble cluster, 1 chain, a 3 treble cluster, 1 chain and a corner. Alright, so what I'll do is you can keep going all the way around. It will be exactly the same as that line we just did, and I'll meet you back where we started from, down here. Okay, well I've just finished the 4th corner now, and now I'm going to show you how to finish off. So it's 1 chain, and then we've got our pretend treble here, but that's going to be our 3rd treble because it's at the end. We've still got our chain space here. So go into that chain space and do 2 trebles. So that's 1, a little splitting, 2, and then you count up to the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, and pop your hook through both sides of that chain stitch so that it looks like you've got 2 loops on the hook like that, and then you slip stitch through all 3 loops, 1, 2, 3, and then you've got a perfect square. Okay, so that is how to do a granny square. Now you can do as many rows as you like. A lot of people do blankets out of lots of granny squares crocheted together, and a lot of people do big granny squares as knee rugs. You can do whatever you like. This is how both of those things start. Alright, so that's how you do a granny square. Thank you for watching Off the Hook Crochet with Julie. Thank you. Bye.